Happy Friday.
Hey, Sissy.
Hey, Sissy, how are you? It's
Good.
Friday.
How about you? It's Friday.
I'm doing good.
Good.
Made it to another week.
Yes. Yes. So what we got coming up for this week?
We have National Carbonated Beverage with Caffeine Day. It is also, hold on one second, let me find my list. What's the other national day? Well, that's only National Day for today. Then tomorrow we have National Absurdity Day. And we're going to do a little bit of talking about Thanksgiving and some traditions and legacy today.
Yeah. So next week we should have a full story about Thanksgiving. See how everybody's feeling after,
Day after.
Right.
Day after all of us eat and get full.
Yeah. Yeah.
But first, we're going to talk about National Carbonated Beverage with Caffeine Day. I wish I had a Pepsi right now, because you know what? Caffeine, do you know that caffeine acts as a central nervous system stimulant, but it only temporarily wards off drowsiness and gives you alertness and energy. It doesn't last all day. That's why a lot of people, if you notice, they drink coffee in the morning, then they start getting tired. They have to go get another cup of coffee because it just wears off. It's temporary.
Yeah, that's that. They said around 2 or 3 o'clock you start to crash and burn, so you need a little more. Mm-hmm. But now I'm sitting here with my my caffeinated. But
what kind of caffeinated drink you have?
I'm trying to see if it's even caffeinated. But it's the holiday time. Beverages by Canada Dry.
Oh, it's a holiday?
Yeah, so
Canada Dry?
Yeah, so this is cranberry ginger ale.
Cranberry ginger ale. Have I tried that? I don't know if I've tried that one, but I have just mixed cranberry juice with ginger ale, so it probably tastes about the same.
No.
No, it doesn't?
No, it has a different kick. They have 3 different kinds, well, 2 different kinds actually. They have this one and like a blackberry or whatever. It comes in a pack. You can see it, but you were talking about the drowsiness and the stimulant for your nervous system or what have you. Mm-hmm. That works for some people, but for people like me that are avid coffee drinkers and
it doesn't work.
It don't do nothing. Sometimes it does the opposite.
Well, this one right here is a Dr. Pepper. This is a carbonated one I like, Dr. Pepper or Pepsi. And it gives you a caffeine boost. I think Dr. Pepper must be made with an extra dose of caffeine.
Right. And you know what's good is the cherry Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. I think, Wilson, don't you like the cherry Pepsi, don't you? Uh-oh.
Put up a thumbs up, Wilson. She don't want to talk too much.
Yeah, she's muted.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you can put a thumbs up, Wilson, if cherry Pepsi is the one I think is the one you like. There she go. There's a thumbs up wave. There we go. The thumbs up. Yep. Well, a fun fact about this day is that in 1767, Englishman Joseph Priestley suspended a bowl of distilled water above a beer vat, and his experiment led to a method of infusing water with carbon dioxide, and that's what made carbonated water. And his invention of carbonated water is the major and defining component of most soft drinks.
Well, I think I don't know.
That's the main thing that's in it. And if you...
That's the first thing that's on
I was just about to say, looking at my Dr. Pepper, carbonated water is the first ingredient.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
See, another thing, so another national day we're going to talk about while we have our carbonated beverages is National Absurdity Day. Now, this is a day created to recall some of the entirely off the wall and absurd and ridiculous things in history, in our country, and in our lives. Now, this story, if you've been watching Fun Facts Friday, you've heard this story before, but it's so absurd that I had to share it again. You know how now, especially holiday times, children might be flying to go see other family members, and you'll just put them on the plane by themselves and send them off. And they have procedures for somebody to be with them on the plane, make sure they're safe. When they get there, make sure they reach their destination.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you know that when the Postal Service first launched in 1913, children were shipped in packages? As long as they were within the shipping weights, they would be able to be put in the parcel, shipped with the parcel service, and babies were shipped off to grandma's house, some for as 15 cents plus insurance. So that's where that term, I'm shipping you off to grandma's house. They literally were shipping them off to grandma's house.
You know, I wonder how much it would cost to ship us right now. I wonder if it'd be cheaper than an airplane ticket.
It was a lot cheaper than the airplane ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on one second, sissy.
So Sissy must have somebody she about to ship off.
Yeah, she's trying to make those arrangements now. See if it'll still work since they
Right.
did it before.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, as soon as she picked up the phone, she said, hold on 1 minute. Let
Right.
me just check this out.
Yeah, because see, that's the time of the year. This
Right.
that time of the year for shipping
Right.
off.
Right.
I got
Right.
one I like to ship off.
No, you don't. Yeah,
I think
look,
she did fun.
for today, and then tomorrow you'd be like, I need to call her. She need to come on back here.
Right, I'd miss her, huh?
Uh-huh.
I
Yes,
wonder
we
how
would.
did they breathe when they were shipped off like that?
I wonder.
Oh, put holes in the top.
Yeah, but you can't, no, you can't. And then if they were well, that was back in 1913. So they were going by carriage and buggy. Man, I wonder how long they was in that box.
Right.
You know, that was the Pony Express time or somewhere close to it, or right after.
Yeah. I wonder if they had just a certain distance that they could go.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna look that up. While Sissy over there trying to make the arrangements, I better look that up.
Right.
Because she may get more pay for her.
So guess what, sissy?
What? How much?
If I try to ship a baby in the package nowadays,
Uh-huh.
I might have to go downtown. You can't ship a live animal and things in packages and stuff. So that was back in 1913. That's not going to work in 2021.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
We can't do that. Can't do that nowadays. You have to use a plane or drive or something. But that was pretty absurd. They probably realized that was too absurd, because what if it gets lost? And especially the way the mailing system is today, it takes extra time to get a package. Imagine shipping a baby and you think it's supposed to get there in 3 days and it gets lost and it doesn't arrive. They had to have used overnight. Wait a minute, wasn't it still like Pony Express back then?
That's what I said. It was Pony Express, so they couldn't have did that. But maybe it was a hole and they fed. I mean, come on now.
We're trying to understand. We're trying to make sense of something that's absurd. That's why it's called National Absurdity Day.
Yeah, because our minds can travel a whole lot of ways in that box.
Right, and we won't be sharing fun facts. We'll be making up stuff.
Well, I don't know. First thought came to my mind is when you open up that box, whoo, the smell.
Ooh, yeah, because they would have had to go to the bed. Okay, we're gonna go to the next one.
Right.
We're gonna be thankful for as Thanksgiving is coming up on Thursday. We want to talk about it because we won't see you guys until after Thanksgiving,
Yeah, when
which
your
is
bellies
the
are
fourth
full.
Thursday of every November. Okay, keep flying away with the Eagles now. There's your eagle. So we are going to be thankful for the airplanes and freeways to travel.
Right.
Thanksgiving, some people have different reasons. We're not going to get into a debate about it, but we are going to recognize Thanksgiving as a time when family and friends gather and give thanks for many reasons. And the reasons can be as different as each person. You know, what I'm thankful for, somebody else may not be thankful for. So you could think of something else, something different that you're thankful for.
Right.
And so this is a
personal.
Right. This is a time of year to just think about things and what you're thankful for. And in many families, this holiday does center around a meal with family and friends. Some people don't. Some people choose to do volunteer work on Thanksgiving. Some people choose to go to a parade or maybe just do nothing and be thankful for a day off work and have some rest, watch football, you know? Uh-oh. Can't hear you, Sissy.
I don't see her anymore.
I see her, I saw her mouth move, but I couldn't hear anything.
How about now?
There you go, there you go.
Oh, okay. I said, there's the eagle.
Sitting on top of the fence.
Look at the eagle talking.
Thankful for creativity.
Right.
Did you make the eagle fly away? Why did she just make the eagle fly away? Go ahead, Sissy. What were you about to say? You probably lost your whole train of thought. What were you about to say, Sissy?
I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, I said, you know what people do? We talk about what people do. Some people do those morning runs with the turkey trot's and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, some, like you said, are at shelters and different places doing volunteer serving food. But then there's some that's out there running for a cause and doing fundraisers and everything.
I've never participated in a turkey trot run or walk. I usually eat on Thanksgiving. Maybe I should change that. Maybe I should make a new tradition, you know, and instead of eating being the biggest focus. You did it once?
I did it once because they do it right over here close by me.
So question, did you do the run before you ate or after you ate? Oh, well, usually they're early in the morning, aren't they?
In the morning. It's early in the morning.
Like start the day off running.
Well, I didn't run.
You walked. You support it though. You support it.
And look, I don't even think I finished the walk.
You were there in spirit?
Well, well, I walked to a certain point and then the rest I was there in spirit because I looked at myself, there's my car.
I don't think that's how it was supposed to work.
Ooh, I was like, I had paid my money, so, you know.
Right. You contributed to the cause, supported the cause.
Yeah, that was funny. So that's why I said I did it one time.
So how we mentioned, those are some traditions. Some family traditions, which are something else we want to talk about today. Some family traditions let me say it like this. All traditions are not good traditions. Some family traditions we probably should stop doing and let go. You know, some people have traditions where over time they may have changed a little bit till they get to the point that it's not healthy for your mental state or whatever. And so sometimes, most of the time though, family traditions can counteract alienation and confusion, and they help us to define who we are. They provide something steady, reliable, and safe in a confusing world. And that is a quote from Susan Lieberman. When I heard that quote, I'm like, I had to think about that. I was like, okay, I guess it is, because even though the world is crazy and things may be going on, you can look forward to, well, I know Thanksgiving, I'm going to get to see so-and-so, or Thanksgiving, I'm going to get this home cooked meal. You know, college students, especially, probably they're away at school. They probably really look forward to a holiday, if that's a family tradition of theirs. They probably really look forward to, oh, I can't wait till Thanksgiving and Christmas. I get to go home and get some of mama's home cooking.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So
Right.
traditions can be something, and I had to look up, because sometimes we use the word tradition and legacy as the same. But did you know there is a slight difference between a tradition and a legacy? Where's the definitions? It says a tradition is the transmission of custom, and this comes from dictionary.com. The transmission of customs or beliefs from generation to generation, or the fact of being passed on in this way. So a tradition is something that's passed on through time and through generation to generation.
Yeah.
A legacy is, the first definition is an amount of money or property left to someone in a will, where they say, oh, he left me a legacy. Or the second definition is a thing handed down by a predecessor, which I prefer to use that second definition, because why does a legacy have to be money? Someone could leave you a legacy of a business, or, you know, they had a legacy of being a good person, an honest person, or, you know, let that be your family legacy and something that's followed down. You know, when you think about this family always did that. I remember her mom or her dad always did this. Carry on that as the legacy. Don't just think of the legacy having to be monetary.
Yeah, but you know, if they pass down a business or whatever, then that will turn into the money. You just have to continue to build it and build it for yourself. Now, yes, you're right.
That's one way to look at it.
Grandpa John, you know, owned that furniture store for all these years, and he did this and he was very nice, but I'm not Grandpa John. I mean, I'm gonna still give you the same love and care as Grandpa John, and I may do a little bit, but that's why you didn't know that Grandpa John's books in the back was toe up. So
you just saw that part of Grandpa John.
Right. So yeah, I still have that kindness, and I am a part of Grandpa John, and I'm gonna try to keep his name and what he built together. And the reason I say a furniture store, I can't remember if it was a movie or if it was real life. I can't remember, but this family owned this furniture store for years. And the grandfather died or something like that, and he had did a lot of things, and they were trying to save that that furniture store. And I'm gonna have to look that up, because I think it was a real story, because I remember it being in the Detroit area somewhere.
And what happened? Were they able to save it and carry on the family's legacy, or did they just let it go?
No, they saved it, but in the end, it ended up closing. And I want to say it wasn't a movie. I want to say it was real life, because I think that they have one store out here over in the Bay Area. I'm gonna have to look it up, but yeah, but I remember that story with their, you know, because they're looking at it, it was a legacy, as you said. They wanted to keep it in the family because it was a furniture store that the great grandpa had started from nothing. He had put his just everything into this to build it up to where it was. So
he handed it down. So see, that fits that second definition, a thing handed down by a predecessor.
Right.
Yep.
But now I know in my family, I don't know about yours, but it's probably holds true in yours. Ours is more traditions that have been passed down. And when you're passing down different things. Yeah, the story kind of gets twisted a little bit somewhere, in there, but that's
Telephone game.
Right. But still, it's like those traditions, it just helps to keep our family before us. It keeps their memory kind of alive. Who they are. The kids know who they are, and then who they are, and you learn a lot about them. So
Yep.
I don't know. I don't have a big legacy, okay, but I do have that tradition.
Now, one thing I thought about, think about Thanksgiving again, is something that could be maybe a tradition and a legacy could be a recipe. Because we have a lot of things we could, and the tradition could be that you always have macaroni and cheese. The legacy of that could be that the same recipe is handed down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think, as a matter of fact, one day when you come by here, I'm gonna have to pull it down. We have a cookbook.
A family cookbook?
And no, it's not a family cookbook, but there was this care facility that did a cookbook one year. This had to be,
okay.
Oh God, back in, I'll have to look, but I want to say it was like in the 80s or something.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandmothers and some of my great aunts, they put recipes in there. And so, and their names are in
the book.
Yeah. And they, so if you had, and I'm like, what? Big Mama, why did you put chicken spaghetti recipe? I wanted a recipe, something, but you put chicken spaghetti, but it has, her recipe, and it says her name, under it and everything. So
I tell Wilson, I think she should start writing down some of her recipes.
Well, Fun Fact Friday, asked for recipes because we were going to put together, a cookbook, and, it can be, because tradition or legacy, it doesn't always have to be a blood family. It can be, just,
friends or somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because, before this, Wilson and I, we were, talking about something. I said, and she told me she bought it. Well, all this time I was thinking that she made it. So when she was talking about it, I said, did you make such and such? And she was like, I did. And my eyes lit up. And so I thought she made it. So guess what? If I would have never talked to her about that today, it would have been years down the line. Somebody said it. And I would have said, years ago, Wilson used to make this, and it was always this. And
they'd be like, I should have saw that in the
store. But the thing about it is, and like I told her, I said, I know some kids from way back when that are in their 20s now that love that. And I said, and then you had the parents, right, that loved it too. So not only was it something for me to remember, but I'm telling her about the ones that are in their 20s now that like that what she made too. So guess what? It's a tradition, and it was becoming a legacy.
The legacy, yep. Yep. Well, guess what, Sissy? I think we have a challenge for you guys that are watching us tonight, or maybe tomorrow, or when you're watching it, whenever you're watching it. We have a challenge for you, and that is to have a safe holiday week, of course, but try to think of some of your positive traditions that you have and continue them, or try to create a new tradition. Then start something new that you may not have been thought about it, and start it as a new tradition. And always keep in mind and think about what kind of legacy are you leaving, or would you want to leave for those who come behind you?
And hey, and look, and sometimes it can be a little absurd because it was something silly, or whatever, because I got a text yesterday and it was talking about, oh yeah, you know, this is what you do. And we were talking about it and we were like, yeah, and I said, hey,
That's just you.
right. But so they were talking about me and it was it was funny, but it was in a good way. So that's something, you know.
That's people gonna remember that's something you did. Yep.
But I had forgotten all about it. This happened when one of them was a little bitty thing.
Oh wow. That's
and now
funny.
She got 3 kids of her own. So.
And talk about what you used to do back then.
Right.
That's funny. Yep.
Hey.
Well, we hope that you guys, like we said, keep the legacies alive, keep the traditions alive, because you never know who might be watching. That's what you just shared, Sissy. You never know who might be watching and enjoying what you're doing and what you have going on.
Right. So, I'm glad that it was a positive impact.
Right. So even before we get to Thanksgiving, though, this Sunday, you can catch Sissy in the chat or maybe in person at 650 Parker Road. And you can find the streaming at wfccfairfield.com. We will see you back here next Friday for another Fun Facts Friday. And we're going to answer a couple of our viewers' questions. So tune in. You will see us here 6:30. Have a good week.
Hey, Sissy, we're going to roll in because after
right, we're going to be full.
We're going to be like...
We will be so full. And if you're traveling, please stay safe on the roads out there. Stay safe. See you later. Deuces.
Have a good week. Bye, Wilson. Bye, Mr. Wilson.